Man, whatever you guys do, if you are going to attempt to start a YouTube channel or your own business or anything that requires 3 seconds peace of mind to yourself, don't have 4 kids 4 and under. It takes me half an hour to an hour to make it from the living room or the kitchen or whatever down the hallway and into the garage. Between dog piling, crying, throwing themselves on the floor, hysterical, I need you. It's the best thing in the world, don't get me wrong, it is. But my goodness, it's exhausting. By the time I get out here, I'm just like, oh, forget it. I'm just gonna go inside and watch a movie with them. All right. Now that it is officially dark, I've been trying to get outside since 1 this afternoon, and it's 3:30. Anyways, we're gonna pull the Suburban out and go grab my truck, pull it in, because before we take it out and go play in the snow, I have something fantastic, awesome to show you that I've got for my truck. My birthday was on the 7th. I think today's the 12th. My little brother, or I keep calling him that, Lee, and my wife got me some, almost gave it away, got me something for my truck that I've been wanting to put on a truck for probably about a year. I've been looking at these. So, I'll back this out, and then I'll go do a cold start on my truck, warm it up for a minute, bring it in, start the install. Come on, old girl. Let's see if it'll stay running. Oh, barely. All right, well, we're almost slipped. We got some vehicles juggled. Let me get my truck fired up and moved into the garage. And let me show you this awesome stuff that we're gonna be doing. Hopefully this truck will actually start again. Well, if it would, got 3 guesses what I forgot to do. Every time. I'd probably do the same thing to the Suburban if it wasn't a side post. But for those of you that know, that's a royal pain. All right, check. Oh yeah, baby. I don't know how it does it, man. I don't know. Immediate. Just listen to that thing. It's beautiful. Well, we'll sit here for just a second and let this thing warm up, and then we'll get it moved on into the garage. All right. Let's do the thing. This thing is running on fumes. That was the sketchiest 4 blocks I've driven. I was on the way home, blew every single stop sign, every one of them. And I just had this thing just, I had it going as fast as I could get it to go. Oh my gosh. Whew, what a rush. Yeah, needless to say, it's out of gas. I've been waiting for it since, oh my gosh, we haven't filled this thing up since I blew up the rotor in the distributor when I thought it ran out of gas. So yeah, it probably is out of gas. Poor old truck. Man, it was coughing and wheezing and stalling, and I don't even understand how it stayed running. Wow, that oil burning is bad. Oh, the whole garage is completely, ugh. Hold on. Can't breathe. Come on. Give me some air. Turning on a fan in the winter is not my idea of a good time, but gotta breathe. Woof. Ugh. Wow, it's sick. I was gonna say, I wanna double check that I still have that fuel leak, so that's good. Huh? There's something wrong with my fuel. I bet I have a bunch of water in it. I've been waiting to run out of gas, but at the same time, since my gas gauge quit again, I've been second guessing myself because I don't think we should be out of fuel yet. But I've got something not good going on in there. You should not be able to see yellow sludge or like milky sludge. That should be dead clear. So maybe I'm not out of fuel. Yeah. Can you see that? It's not yellow, it's just really, really milky. Like really milky. Huh. That's probably just a whole bunch of water in my gas because, which side is it on? Yeah, that side. I'm gonna go around because, what am I trying to say? You can tell that this gas cap seals super well. Now it is a new gas cap, but I mean, there's a little bit of rubber, but wow, that's already looking really nasty. Probably just because all the rust on the filler neck. Anyways, I'll get another. I'll go get a fresh 5 gallons and a couple cans of Berryman and some heat and seafoam and all the rest. And Burr, you can chill out now, dude. Can't feel my legs anymore. All the things, I'll get it sorted out for tomorrow. But for now, I left him inside. I'll be right back. As I was starting to say, the moment I've all been waiting for. I don't know how good you can see. I'll bring it down a little bit more. Okay. It's Amazon special, of course. Nothing but the best. Oh, perfect. All right, like I said, I've been looking at these for a very long time. Thought this was just like a cool, deal for like, no, I'm kidding. It actually goes, which way does it go? This way on the front bumper of the truck. And what it holds is, let me get the other one out of here. I am extremely excited about this, just so you know. Are you ready? Can you get an idea of how stinking big these things are? Bigger than my face. These are 9-inch, I think 48,000 lumen, something like that. Ridiculous. Totally insane. absolutely overkill. But let me reposition the camera really quick, and I'll show you why. I want these. Well, I know you can't see me really well, but the reason I want these is because they are gonna make this truck look like an absolute short course rally truck. They are sick, absolutely sick. And the cool thing, one of the cool things, if I can do this without breaking it, on nice days where you want to risk rock chips and destroying these things, you can, if you want. I'm gonna break it just trying to get it apart. Come on now, be nice and please just let go. Making me look stupid. Will you just behave? That's what I was trying to say. To have removable covers, so you can take this stuff off and clean them and save your beautiful 9-inch fog light. Oh, I forgot about something. Since we don't have any more driving to do tonight, I've been behaving really well for a while now. So, join me in a drink, why don't you? That's the stuff there. Yep, go set that back in the snow. Okay, I'll turn you back around and we'll pop one of these in and see how cool it looks. These things are awesome. I really do love these lights. They're pretty cool. So, let's see. So there's a little swing slot in the side for going up and down, and then there's some stationary mount for, well, calm down, please. Oh. Man, those are a snug fit. Come on. Alright, so the big ones are gonna be your anchor. Makes sense. Alright. The little ones are gonna be your adjustment. I'm kind of surprised that none of these came with any washers. I was reading some comments and people were saying that this hardware is not up to the challenge on most off-roading, so you'll want to spend the money on some Nylox and whatnot. Put that in there. That's kind of down. I want it. Let me finish getting the hardware snugged up first, I suppose. There. Now my wrench is jammed into the bumper. Got it. Oh man. Yes. That looks amazing. Let's tuck these guys back here in preparation for the wiring harness. By the way, Jeff at Napa saved me again. I feel like an idiot. I am so swamped with children and everything else going on right now that sometimes I forget where my brain is and my common sense kind of goes away. And, you know, so let me start over. The whole thing with this truck never running right with this carb, besides like the first couple of days, was because we had a few chilly mornings this spring that I got this, and I tried to adjust the choke, and it wouldn't adjust. And I did not run any wires to the electric choke, but I was messing with the adjustment, cranked it all the way closed, truck started. I was in a hurry, as usual, to try to make a video, tossed the air cleaner on it, never thought about it again. It's had the choke essentially wired shut this entire time. So, yeah. So, the smoking and all of that, yeah, it's my fault. And never even crossed my mind. Makes me feel like a world-class winner, I'll tell you what. Okay, do you guys want to see something fantastic? Oops, that fell out. I'm trying not to burn out the light, but I'm just going to give you an idea of how insanely bright these things are. It makes me very happy. Alright, you ready? Check this out. That's unbelievably bright. That is going to be so much fun. Very excited about that. Okay. Alright, so our wiring harness showed up. I've got about 40 minutes, less than 40 minutes, I think. Less than 40 minutes. I've got about 30-ish minutes till we have to head out for another appointment. But before we get to this wiring harness, I want to show you guys something pretty cool. What do you think of that? And we got a couple of these. Actually, I got to put these in the Suburban for the guys at Napa. They're pretty cool. Oops. I like them. They seem decent enough quality. At least for the price, I'm pretty satisfied with them. See how long they last. And then I gotta figure out a website still before I start trying to sell anything. But you guys let me know if there's any one of you that wants a hat like this or one of those keychains. Let me know. I'm still trying to work on a good logo. That's one thing I've been kind of sleeping on since I started my channel. I keep thinking I'll have time to sit at the computer for a couple hours and come up with a logo, but so far the only time I get at the computer is mad rush editing as fast as I can. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. These hats, by the way, it's just a regular back. These little clips actually seem to feel pretty decent, but I've got too big of a head and too much hair, so I may go to the trucker style back. They fit me a little better. And I'm sure that most of you with bigger heads like me will want something that, you know, trucker style is more comfortable in my opinion, is what I'm trying to say. But you guys let me know. Yeah, either flex fit or trucker style I think is what we're going to end up with. Because these just don't work for me super well anymore. But let me know. Let me know. I don't have a website set up yet. That's also in the works. Not exactly sure when that's going to be, but I'm trying. Hopefully we can get a website and a logo here pretty soon. I have a bunch of very cool ideas for like t-shirt designs, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll see how it plays out, but yeah. Okay. So this is what we've got here. This is the best looking harness that I could find with the best relay and whatnot. It's just a nylite. This obviously is not stained because I'm not cutting a hole in the dash. So I've got to figure out how to tie these all together and put them on some type of a toggle, which that I still don't have. I'm going to have to stop at Napa today, probably on our way home, and come up with a decent toggle for this. But for now, yeah, okay, so I got the switch end. All right, so let's see. So I think pretty much, I'm so confused. Hold on, I need some brain power. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there we go. Aha. All right. Just like we rehearsed, boys. No. So this, don't know if I have a big enough hole in my firewall or not. Let's take a look. I think I might be able to squeeze it in there. We'll just tuck her up right here, I think. I have to feed this all the way through here. I did this dumb. You know, watching me do stuff is more for comedic relief and entertainment than how-tos. I hope most of you guys have begun to figure that out by now. Don't forget it. I'm just going to leave you sit right there for a minute. Run this back over here. In fact, I can just... Oh, I only have to extend one of these. I could probably just take this ground and plop it right there, actually. All right, you guys have been patient long enough. Come here. Oh. All right, this is what I got going on. I've got it. Let's see if I can point. Shoved through the firewall back there. There you go. There's a hole right there. Got it shoved through. I had to cut that grommet out when I ran the oil line and all the rest. So I ran it through there, and then I think this ground is going to sit pretty happy right on this body bolt. I'll clean that up, undo it, attach it there, and I'm going to take this and run it right up to that hot wire and that lug there, because I know for sure that that's a keyed on, so that'll be perfect. I only have to extend it slightly. And then I'm going to take this and zip tie this stuff right up to this factory wire harness right here. And then the relay is going to live basically right there. Let me turn around and make sure you guys can see. Here we go. Oops. Blinded by the light. There you go. Okay. And then I'm going to essentially run the rest of this as neatly as I can. I put in plenty of fog lights, and somehow it always seems to be janky and messy and all the rest, so I'm trying really hard to not do that to the truck. And then we're eventually going to swap out, I think I already said this, swap out a bunch of the ones on the Suburban at some point in time and run those more properly. Oh yeah, this is gonna work out just dandy. I just gotta, okay. All right, you guys wanna see what I'm doing? Come on, camera. Okay, so as you saw, I ran it through that hole there, right? Come hither. Where are we at? So, the hole is right there. There you go. See that? So I ran it through the core support and then up along through right here, and they're poking out right there. So I just gotta put ends on these ones, pop them together there, and then I ran the rest of this on the bottom side of the core support and up through there, and you can see Ta-da, and ta-da. And yes, it does fit. And in fact, it holds it snug enough that just a couple of well-aimed zip ties, this thing ought to be bing bang done. Which is great news, because I'm in a hurry. I have to make that a shirt, don't I? I know, because I'm in a hurry. Okay, I think my time's up. Got about 5 minutes. So, come with me. Well, let go, will you? All right. So, my other wiring for the switch is right here. Can you see? There it is. So, sit here for a minute, please. And, thank you. It's actually gonna work out pretty decent, I think. Because if I plug this in there, and I just tie this in a knot and leave it right there, like, you know, all of Washington and Spokane and stuff. No, just kidding. Yeah, there really is nowhere to put this, and I'm definitely not cutting a hole in my dash for it. I do have a little hole up under here, but on the back side of the trailer brakes, so I might just hide it in there. It's like a pretty good spot. I don't have many holes in this dash, and I'm trying to keep it that way. I could just, yeah, I'll just hang it off this for the moment, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to plug into. Oh, that's the hot wire to light the light up. It's a light up light. Did I say that? Did I say light enough times? So we'll hang it there for testing. But on that note, I gotta run. I gotta blast out of here. I think I told you I got 5 gallons of fresh, and then I've got some seafoam we're gonna put in my truck, and we'll pour some gas in it and see if we can't get this puppy to run. I think we can. I'm fairly confident. So I'll just stay still for a minute. There. I'm fairly confident we'll get it to run and not have too many problems. Just got to get there. But man, I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to get this video finished, man. It's already Thursday, and I'm not gonna have any time left to edit. Okay. Gotta finish the fog lights and then get it to run, because priorities. All right, I'll see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, wish me luck. All right, well, let me show you what I've done under here, and then there we go. We'll go ahead and start wiring in the wires. Grab my light. Let's go underneath. Okay, so I'll show you up top here in a minute. But first off, make sure you guys can see. There, we're coming through the core support there. Looped around, zip tied it through a zip tie that holds the block heater. Zip tied those together to hold them off of the transmission cooler and whatnot. Then we just got it loosely zip tied there. I mean, snug, but not, you know, permanent. And then, oh, I forgot to do this one. We still got to tie this one up a little bit. Well, yeah, forget it. I'm just going to let it ride. There's not really a lot to zip tie to there. And it looks like it's doing fine to me. It's not rubbing on anything. Oh, I do have it zip tied right there. There you go. So, and I've got those little rubber dealios on there to hopefully keep it somewhat secure. That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? I agree. Okay, so now I'm gonna break out my test light actually and put you guys on the underside of it. Well, first off, I want to just see if we've got any hots to anything under here. Let's just go to, let's just go to the AC. No power here, no power here, none here, 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 here. Oh, we got power on that one. Oh, there's power there. Worst case scenario, I'll just tie right into that. But as far as I'm aware, yeah, no power here. So what I want to do is find a keyed on, and I'm pretty sure some of this over here is still hooked up. In fact, nothing there. I know that this is all for the other battery, but I would have thought that it would have fed in or looped back to itself somehow, so it would, you know, charge the other stuff. Nothing, huh? That's interesting. I thought for sure one of these would have had it. Because that all ties up. Oh, that only goes into the truck. Interesting. I just actually traced out where that goes for the first time. Ah, interesting. No big deal. We'll tie it up there to the bulkhead. And, yeah. Find some power on one of those. Whichever one. They're both equally as hot as the other. This is opened up on this cable here. Don't know how good it's gonna be. In fact, wait a minute, I can make this better. Hey, imagine that. I actually put it in the drawer that it belongs in. So you gotta be the first. I'm just gonna clean this up a bit here. Okay, so as I was saying, what I'm going to do is loop this wire around into this convenient opening here. Make a nice loop around it like so. And then I'm going to take some not intended for this use pliers. And I'm just gonna crimp that down as tight as I can over the top of it. Oh yeah, look at that. Snug as a bug. Perfect. Might have got that slightly tight. I can relax this a little bit. There. That's better. Now it won't have a tendency to stress itself out. I think we're ready to put gas in this old girl. And I got some seafoam, or some Berryman, but I am not going outside right now. Just not gonna do it. Watch me add some gas, will ya? Why don't you? Something? Yeah, I think I was getting water in there. Sounds pretty empty. Fine. I'll do this properly. You got me. Be right back. Things I do for YouTube that people don't even care enough to watch about. Burr. And another preemptive burr. When in doubt, Berryman in it out. I don't know. So cold, the tab just pulled right off of this thing. There's like heavy, just falling mist. That's all it is. That's great. It's like a cloud is sitting on us, but it's so cold, it's just falling. It is, feels like Alaska. Not Alaska, what's the other tropical one? Bahamas. I feel like the Bahamas out here. And since this thing has a saddle tank, which has a flat perpendicular, what do you call it? Filler neck. Neighbor's dog. Catch. Has a perpendicular filler neck. Last time I tried to chug one of these in, wrecked the paint. Not that you can tell. I'm not gonna do that. That hurts too much. There goes again. So we'll just make this an extra rich deal here. Perfect. Catch again, will ya? Okay. You know, I just realized. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Otherwise, we'll just stop watching now. Okay, here we go. Yep, I'm gonna be here a while. Gotta fix my bed trim. Basically all but 2 or 3, maybe 3 tabs let go and it's sprung off now. Feel like Derek. Drink up, little buddy. Feel like I could be scrolling Marketplace right now while I'm waiting for this to finish. Are you done? Barely a dribble left. That's close enough. Okay. Well, that is your home after all. There. Okay. Throw some garbage away. Catch. Okay. Oh, I was gonna tell you, I can't start this tonight. And I have to wait till tomorrow. I forgot, I desperately have to change the oil in this. There's a bunch of gas in it. I don't know how that happened. No idea who did that. Okay, what we can do is see if our lights work. I'll go in there, hit the switch, and voila. Actually, let's have some fun. I'm gonna turn off all the lights. Well, all but one. Now you can't see me. Chill out. Oops. Just kidding. How about I connect the battery first and see if we get sparks? Well, about normal amount. Alright, are you ready? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's intense. Can you? Yeah, you can see that. Holy. You know what? Good grief. That's amazing. My gosh, that is blinding. I am so thrilled at that. That's amazing. Alright, I hope you guys had fun. Well, can you see me? There we go. I hope you guys had fun. I'm super stoked to go try those out. I have to head in for the night, but I will be back hopefully early-ish, more so than not, tomorrow. And we'll get the oil dropped on this thing. I've got the fresh oil change, and new zinc, and new everything, and all the stuff. So we'll drop the oil really quick, put a new filter in it. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Go put some gas in it and get this thing fired off and the choke set up so we can go play. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, well, I went on ahead and dropped the oil, got that switched out, put some zinc additive in it and some Lucas, all the proper things. Put my new battery terminal on the negative side. Let's see, what else did I do? As I'm sure you saw in the time lapse, we went ahead and wired up the choke. Hopefully it'll work. We're gonna go ahead and see if this old dog will fire off and not wake up all 4 of the kids and my wife who are napping. Here we go. A little gas maybe? Well, my choke is still fully closed, and it's not supposed to be fully closed. It's supposed to crack open and drop, ain't it? There it is. Hey. Would you look at that? My choke's actually opening. You can almost watch it in real time. Look at that. Can you see that? Idiot. Alright. I'm going to adjust my idle slightly since it's way too high now that the choke isn't fully on 24/7. Holy cow, I can actually hold my face right in the exhaust. It doesn't hurt at all. It's fully, or completely breathable in here. And listen to how nice it sounds. Isn't that amazing? It's almost like somebody had wired the choke all the way shut. Look at my exhaust. Look at this. This is incredible. Look at that. Nothing but a nice regular little mist. That's not, you know, that's not straight smoke this time. Yeah, look. Mildly gassy. I probably have it a little bit rich on the air fuel, but it's running dead quiet. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. Not chugging and backfiring and galloping and having a heart attack the whole time. Alright, well, I'm gonna back this thing out really quick and yeah. How do you like them apples? This thing is so doggone quiet I can hardly hear it anymore. Oh my goodness. Does that just not look amazing? Look how bright that is. That is awesome. Man, it's been a while since I've had this thing out doing anything besides sitting. Those dang fog lights are just the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. They're so incredibly blinding, it's not even funny. Alright, well, I'm going to put the Suburban in the garage and get the garage warming up, and we'll go for a little ride. I'll see you in a sec. Okay. Well, there you go. We've got some tools, and I had to take a minute to mostly straighten out my steering wheel. Or at least I thought I was straightening it out. until I backed out of the garage and realized that I pulled in with the wheels turned. So I basically just put it back exactly to where it was. Whatever. I'll straighten it out later. We are gonna take just a quick little test drive down here to oh yeah. All my lights work on this thing. I forgot. I mean, the turn signals work on the Suburban mostly, but you know. Anyways, I gotta do something about that throttle pedal. It is way stiffer than the Suburban, and that's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, yeah. She's running perfect. I mean, yeah. It's perfect. Up to temp, nice and toasty in here. 42 pounds of oil pressure. I'm happy as a clam. Let's do a little off-roading here. I only got 5 gallons, remember, so don't let me stay out here very long. I don't want to burn more than maybe 2 gallons is all. I forgot to mention, these tires drift amazing in the snow. They almost don't get quite enough traction. I mean, they do, but I gotta let some pieces out of them. Alright, let me turn you around. I do gotta make a trip to Napa and go get a temp sending unit. In fact, I might just go fill this thing up and take it. Woohoo! Let's see what type of sloppy mess this is out here. You know what? I've got the tow straps and the Suburban. I've got the Suburban. I've got gas. I don't have people, but I have everything else. Let's lock this thing in, toss her in 4-wheel, and go take a peek at where we got stuck and gather up some of our mess. Oops. I need to leave that locked in. Apparently I had it locked in. That would make sense why it felt like it was locked in, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's toss this into 4 high. I think that's it. Is that it? That's too low. Alright, looks like all we get is 4 high right now. Oh yeah, I think she's locked in. This is a sloppy mess. Oh, chuck. Slightly frozen still, but it's sloppy on the top. Don't take that wrong. That's not what I meant. Yeah. That's why I got stuck in the Suburban. What a mess. Let me see if the emergency brake will hold this, and maybe we can get out there and take a peek at it. Alright. This is actually decently frozen at the moment. I was trying to stand on all these boards because of how deep it was. I was trying to stand up here in the middle and but it was still calf deep. I mean, oh, that's my 4x4. Thank you. I'll show you how deep these ruts are in just a minute once I get these gathered up. All right. It's truly at least 2.5 foot deep in here, or it was. That's about 9 inches, and then it was at least here. I was slopping through that, so when I did miss and I stepped right into this rut, I was up past the top of my boot, basically to my knee, if I'm being totally honest. Right now it doesn't seem to be all that bad, and I'm half tempted to try to drive through it. It's not super deep, and I think I'm tall enough that I should be able to make it. Yeah, we tried to pull it out that way, and then this way. That's not real deep right now. I think we'll be all right. I don't have to be anywhere tonight. I just wish I would quit waiting until the middle of the evening, just about dark, to go do this stuff. Trying to get some thumbnails. Truck's doing great. I'm gonna toss it on the tripod, go set it up. We're gonna hit this and get stuck for sure, because I can't get it into 4 low. What am I doing? All right, first gear, 4-wheel drive, hopefully. See if we can get through this. Oh yeah. I'm dragging the axle on this thing. This thing's got like 4 inches more clearance than the Suburban. No wonder we got stuck. That's where it's at right there. Oops. I dragged the drift a little bit. Just a tad. Whoops. It's fine. We're not leaking any fluid. The front one's dripping, but I'm pretty confident that's just because of the mud that I drug it through and not fluid. But better to be safe than sorry. Better not doggone well be the fluid. That's mud. Alright. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep going yet or not. Kinda don't want to push my luck. It is starting to get dark. And it is not the Bahamas out here. I lied to you earlier. So I'm gonna go up to the end here. We can film that, and then I really ought to go get to Napa is what I really should do. I do need some parts. Tomorrow's gonna be busy, and I got 2 days to edit. We'll see. Let's get her to the end and get turned around. All right. I'm wondering if I should get out of these ruts. We're probably fine. Yeah, we're fine. Well, we got out to play a little bit. I know it wasn't much, but hey, we got some brand new, absolutely killer fog lights on here, and we've got some. Oh, this is. I don't know how deep this is. We got my truck running just perfect, so. That. Oh, that's deep. Oh, seeing it. Oh my goodness. That was a lot deeper than the other one. Woo! That was at least 3 or 4 inches deeper than the other one. I haven't been through that one in a while. I know it may not look like a lot on camera, but I tell you what, some of this stuff is like, at least it's deep for me, okay? I'm not a seasoned off-roader. This is my first experiences off-roading, besides doing a little bit of like gravel road with snow on it last winter in my red truck. But that's not wheeling or off-roading. That's just playing around. So I'm breaking in light, okay, or slowly. That's what I'm trying to say. Breaking in slowly. All right, just to give you guys an idea what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's a good angle. I kind of messed around with a couple so you can see. All right, well, we're gonna try something a little different here. I kind of want to see what type of articulation and what type of traction I can get with this truck going up some. Wow. In reverse, it doesn't care at all. Okay, I'm gonna go down this ditch and up the other one is the idea. Here we go. Come on, truck. Don't fail me now. Man. We got some side-by-sides coming. Doggone side-by-sides always clogging up the works. No. Alright, let's see what we can do. Man. Really wish this thing had been running when the Suburban got stuck. I am 100% confident this thing would have ripped out that Suburban with zero effort. Well, nothing appears to be broken or leaking or anything like that. I think we're pretty good. No gas leaking, I don't think. Nothing going on up here, under there. This truck just looks so sweet. I cannot get enough of it. between the fog lights and the lift and these white letter tires. It's a little mud. There's not a tougher looking truck around. The only way this truck could be any cooler is if it was on a 4 to 6 inch lift with some 44s or something like that. Probably a 6 inch lift with 44s. But for just a regular runaround broke boy truck, this thing is awesome. Now let's head for home because it's legit getting dark. Yeah. For those of you that pay any attention at all to my ramblings in my videos, I remembered what I was gonna say about the Suburban, the exhaust and the speedometer cable. I think I told you the story behind that. If not, long story short, oops. Yep, that's somebody's brake line. That sucks. I thought the wheel bearings were going out because it's had a squeak for a long time that I convinced myself was the brakes, and then unconvinced myself and convinced myself it was the wheel bearings like I thought in the first place. And around and I went for about 3 weeks. Went ahead and bought wheel bearings because the squeak started getting worse, just to discover by the time I got home that it was my speedometer cable eating the speedometer from the backside. So, got a new speedometer cable. Got to get that tossed in because it is absolutely obnoxious to drive right now. I can't even really film in it because that squeak is so loud. So, got to get that done. Got to get the toggle put into this. Throw some more gas in it. And I guess I'll be taking this to the gym in the morning. Finally, have my own pickup back. That's such a good feeling. Well, once again, we are stuck with no gears because this transfer case can't figure its life out. So I am going to make sure I am laying in a place where I cannot get run over, in theory, and we are going to attempt to fix this nonsense. Ouch. Oops. That's not the right way. Which way this is supposed to go. Oh, right. Sorry about that. It's this up here that doesn't want to shift. Last time I had somebody pulling levers for me, trying to get it locked in here. Let's see if that'll do her. Oh man, what a pain in the rear end. Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Can you move it forward just a little bit, go backwards?
Yeah, I'm trying. I went to maybe. I tried to get it out of four wheel in that 203 transfer case shifter that are all junk, it won't get me into anything but neutral.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's happened to me once before. I've just always had a second set of hands in the top to push the lever while I use the pry bar.
Do that real fast.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, yeah.
I fucking like your dash, dude. That's
Thanks,
sick.
man. It was all cracked up, so I chiseled the old shit off and.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. What's up now?
Okay, so this has to go forwards at least one spot, right?
Okay,
so it's in
alright.
neutral. It needs to stay in neutral, otherwise it won't work.
Okay, just gotta go one spot forward.
Yes.
So I just gotta hold pressure on it.
Yes. I think. I'll
Okay.
try to shout at you.
All right, cool.
Thank you. Is that going anywhere? What's that?
I can feel it grinding a little bit. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay. You might have to jam it hard. I'll try to shout at you once I get it pried on. All right, give it a jam.
So I wonder if you.
Oops. No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Right here. All right, that's neutral. Oh, I do have it. This one I've been looking for. That one's too short, and
The mounting tool, huh? That's
once
gonna
I
get
put
you
the
on.
headers on, I can't get that other pry bar in there at all.
Oh yeah.
So much for going to Napa. We are driving home in low. It won't cooperate. What a time to be out of coffee. What a time for all of this. Of course I broke down right in front of that dude's driveway. So, felt like an idiot. We just roll into a stop, you know, gotta get it in, nothing. So I'm not gonna touch it till we get home. We're just gonna cruise right along here and, oh, there's another gear. Where are we? Okay, that's drive. Well, at least we can kind of do the speed limit. What a joy. Sucks I put the Suburban back in the garage already. Got it all in position for the exhaust and speedometer cable. Oh well. I'll see you when we get home. I'm tired. I need more coffee. Oh boy. I'm gonna douse this thing in like a gallon of grease and see if it'll move then. Shit. Okay. There you go. I think I have it fixed. As long as I don't run into the Suburban. Let's go in reverse. Seems like a better idea to me. This feels, I think, well, never mind, I'm not even gonna say it. That feels a lot more like high to me. What a mess. Let's go this way. I think I fixed it. I have no idea what's in my bed making that noise. No. I did not fix it. We're still in low. What a joke. Trying to be light and YouTuber about this, but it's very annoying. I'm not even gonna mostly on. I'm gonna put this thing right back in the driveway so that if it gets stuck on me again, then at least I can get under it with the creeper here. I shot about half a gallon worth of WD-40 up there, so. Okay, let's try this again, truck, please. Is that it? I think that's it. I think we did it. That's back into the position that it ought to be in anyways. Okay. Well, we'll get it. We'll get it. I'm about to bust the park pin right out of this poor transmission. Had to shut it off like 3 times with it going. Oh, that hurts, but I got no other way to do it, and I got no one else to help me. Can't rely on random passerbys trying to come home from work and break. I'm playing the brake down in front of their driveway. It's not how it works. Whereas my 4-year-old would say, that is how it works. Smart aleck kid. Please be right. Oh yeah. That's it. We got it. We have to have it, right? At least we still got 40 pounds of oil pressure, so that's good. There we go. Now, I just will never bother putting it in 4-wheel again. No, I'm kidding. I think I finally fixed it with all the lubrication. There was a ton of mud up there. Let's see how this truck runs now that it's beyond warm, half out of gas, or mostly out of gas, and not stuck. Wow. That's loud. There's my brother. Suppeth.
Huh?
Suppeth.
Supper. I am on my way out to test the new recoil spring in my Glock and see if it still fights still or not. And also have a little bit of fun with the 9 and the shotgun to see if now that the shotgun supposedly cycles through every round.
Ah,
If you want, you're welcome. I don't know if you got time.
I do. I wish I had more coffee. That's what I was headed home for.
I'll make it stop the coffee stand. I was already thinking about doing that.
Oh, I just need refill.
Okay.
You got somebody
Can
coming.
you wait like half an hour?
I can, but I've already waited an hour.
Okay, go home and get it. I'm going to stop at the coffee stand and I'll meet you out there.
All right. Guess I'm going shooting in the dark. The fog lights will come in handy. After I got it out of 4-wheel, now we're going right back to the same exact spot. Alright, well, you know what? There's nothing left I'm going to do. It's out of 4-wheel. It runs fantastic. It's got excellent oil pressure, which it always has, but it still does. Worth note, you know. It's always a good thing that you can to be able to say that. Got the carb dialed in. Everything else dialed in. Yeah, like I said, got it unjammed. I think, hopefully, maybe, possibly, probably not, fix the four-wheel drive problem. And now all I need is a good temp sending unit. And this thing should be back on the road. All right, I'm gonna go get some coffee and go meet up with my brother. And I will see you guys hopefully this weekend. Say a prayer for me that I have time to edit. See ya.